Hi guys, Silver Butterflies here. I read the article in a magazine and I decided to review this with my husband, and I forced him to read this magazine, this article, and we're gonna discuss. This is the main, the cover, which is mentioned in this article, an article called Riding the Wave, Untitled Life, and it's about ageism. Ageism is such thing nowadays, and people facing it with that often and often. Some guy in his 47 faced with that absolutely in unexpected way. He went to the sports store, and he is a hiker or like bicyclist, and he asked the knapsack, and the assistant, the shop assistant, said, well, I would suggest in your category to get more lighter knapsack. And the guy was caught off guard that someone assumed him already as oldie, and he's only 47, and only because he had some silver hair and suntan, whatever. What do you think of that?
Ageism. They said like racism and sexism. Ageism is
Shouldn't be tolerant. It should be zero tolerance.
of course, but it's one of the things that is it's still around.
Yes, and sometimes I feel myself like being touched by this problem, because sometimes if I go without makeup and not all this dolled up and dressed up, and once it was an accident with me, I asked the cashier to whatever happened, but anyhow, she gave me a 10% discount.
Seniors discount.
Seniors
Shop for
discount.
Strugmer.
Don't disclose the line.
It's okay.
And I came home. I was almost burst into tears, and I thought, no, that's not right. I picked up the photograph from my wall, and it wasn't. It like for me, it was just like yesterday, and I feel myself this way, and someone thinking totally different. So I grabbed that, made a photocopy on my cell phone, went downstairs, and just 1 second, I'm gonna tell you something. Here we are. This is Mua, and I still feel the same way. Nothing has been changed in my brain. Maybe some changes in my body. Of course, after you deliver a child, and the child is not even teenager still, and you think of yourself like you're young and hip. And when your husband is 10 years younger, you're thinking you are twice as younger and hipper, because you have to match your own husband and his appetites and everything. And when somebody can assume it different, it shocks me. So I showed her that picture. Actually, no, I asked the manager, and the manager came, and it's like it became like aggressive talk, although I was thinking just to have a little conversation. And she's like, oh, I would never refuse the discount. If they give me 10%, I would be happy. And I said, and I'm not, even if I'm starving. I don't need it yet. When the time will come, maybe I will need it, but not yet. And I came home, told the story to my husband. He started yelling at me, why would you do that? It's not, it's not accepted here. It's like it's not accepted here in Canada that someone make a fuss of something which is not so important. But for me, it was more than important. It was like all my life, and I feel myself like I came over the ocean here, got married so much later, got a child even later, still feel myself vibrant, and according to some standards, I'm already old. And so I said that to her, And she's like, oh yeah, my aunt delivered the child quite late. And I said, oh, here we go. And how old are you? And she's like 26. And I'm like, oh, I thought she's 46. But anyhow. And I just said to her, I will watch at you when you will be in my capacity and somebody so much younger to you tell you exactly the same thing. What would you feel? And it's just not my issue. I actually flipped the page. I forgot about it. It was half a year ago. Now this problem reason the pages of magazine, because it became so vast. And it's not just in life and the shops and stuff. It's the work environment, career-wise. If you are in your 40s, nobody consider to promote you, to give you a raise, or to give you the course, especially if you a woman on top of a game. And it's like it's becoming harder and harder to prove that you're still worthwhile. And I think my personal generation is like a lost generation. And if I see someone from 1967, I would shake their hands, because I hardly ever see anyone like that. They either died from drugs or alcohol, or not war. 67 is too young for that war. It is what they would be much older than me, like 5 years older than me. But anyhow, so you just broke the my chain of thoughts.
Yeah. And the only thing I was thinking was the seniors discount. I would never made much of it. They gave it to me. I'm saving a few bucks.
You think that way because you're 10 years younger. And I will look at you when you will be 50 and somebody tell you exactly the same.
Yeah.
And how you would feel. And what it's not just what hurting someone's feelings. It's just something above that. It's like you kind of dismissed from this life. You already like on a curb, kicked in a curb. But you're not kicked in the curb. Some people live up to hundreds, and oldies nowadays is not exactly that oldies. Some of them still active. The funny thing, they even still active sexually, which is very big. Like it's not just news, but for me it's like a little shock. So why not? They're doing it, and it's normal. And they're still alive and kicking, right? So that's what is the topic of the day. You tell me something.
Topic of the day. Yeah, so just what you're stating there. Even in the doctor's office. Yeah, so it's an aging population. So.
And here's a little quiz. If you go online and find those quiz, it's called Stand Against Ageism, and you will find out whether you kind of ageist person, like who is blaming the aging people, or you are with a normal attitude.
Yeah, stigma. Like, yeah, I'm having a seniors moment.
Yes. Anyway, here's 10 reasons that older workers can benefit your business. This is a good point here. 1, workers have life experience, judgment. 2nd, more apt to have accumulated business wisdom. 3, resiliency to weather the unprecedented pace of change. 4, desire to grow, learn, explore. 5, communication skills. 6, loyal, strong work ethic. 7, excellent customer service skills from years of working with people. Older customers may relate better to someone their own age. Seasoned problem solvers. On-site mentors to younger staff. So that's what I wanted to spill the beans. I spilled the beans. I'm happy now. And you comment me down below if you like this. If you like this kind of conversation, me and my husband. And we will discuss again something else more interesting, more to the point, or whatever is touching hearts right now. Until now, we finish our conversation. I'm your silver butterfly and her husband. All the best. See you later. Look at the sky. The sky is yellow and there's a pink lake the camera doesn't reflect because it's against the sun. Say something. What else?
What do we want to say?